And welcome to High Vibe Channeling for this 30th day of July 2026. And this first session is going to feature me, Ray Heitman. I was told today that the Future Pleiadians would like to come in and speak with the group. I know what they wish to talk about, but I don't know what they wish to say. And if you have any questions, as usual, just put your name in the chat and say, I have a question. And then um, we will get to it. First come, first serve. And stay muted until that point, until they get done and ask for their questions. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring them in, and it'll be a wonderful event. And thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching and adding your energy. And I'll see you on the other side. And dear humans, thank you all for coming and paying your attention and paying your dues in your physicalized world, because we wish to tell you that you have now reached the halfway point in preparing for open contact. And it is not a 50-50 split, but you are to the point now where almost half of your planet has decided if they are going to move to the new Earth or stay with the 3D Earth and have some uncomfortable experiences as their souls and other souls who wish to join them at a later date wish to experience more difficulties and see what they can do and dig their way out of the darkness into the light. Now, it is not up to us which Earth that you go to, but we can firmly confirm that all of you will be joining the new Earth legions who will be establishing an Earth based in love and heart-centeredness and striving for that unity. Now, striving is the right word for that. There is not some magic wand that just goes over and poof, everybody becomes loving and best of friends. You have to work at it. You have to continue to apply your heart. You have to continue to be examples of loving behavior, because many of the individuals who will end up there will do so because they are confused, but they are genuinely nice people. They may have hangups. They may have personal challenges and issues, and those are orchestrated because they will be an important part of that new society, but they need love. Those with addictions, those with traumas, those who are lost and feel themselves unworthy. Those will be coming to the new earth because you will prove yourselves by loving others to raise their vibration to help you get to that point where you can interact with multiple species of extraterrestrials. Open contact is just focused on two, the Yaels and the Pleiadians. They are closer in resonance to you. They are not close in resonance to you. The Yaels are quasi-individuals for the most part. They have some who have chosen to have a more physicalized experience, and the Pleiadians as well. Now, we are obviously, if you have been following us, a non-physical seventh density being, our group of beings related to the channel. And we will not be coming along, but we are greatly interested in not just documenting, but in detailing the experiences of all beings involved in open contact. That is pretty much without form constrictions. So if it affects the mammals on your planet, then we wish to be involved with that to obtain those perspectives, and also of the non-physical beings who are involved in supplying energy to get their input and their perspectives of open contact. Now, the ones who are going to stick in their 3D world are the ones who truly identify as physical beings. They do not understand or do not believe they are energy beings having a physical experience. They also believe they have a lot of enemies. They are fear-based. They are control freaks in ways because they think they have power over others. And they only have the power over others who give it to them. But there are some who live in fear and they expect to have traumas. They expect to get the short end of the stick. They expect to have a struggle for most of their days. So they shall. And that is not only their choice, but there are many different versions of them as well, because that is the way that your physical world is manufactured. So there are multiples of you, so you can all get a different experience in a holistic way. It is like you are dropped down in the middle of a busy mall and you only have 5 minutes and you have multiples of you. So one of you goes to every store in the mall, no matter how many levels it has. And then after those 5 minutes, then you all come back and you leave. That is what your lives are like. You have many different versions of yourself, all exploring different realities in the same place. And while that is a rather obscure example and analogy, it does bear some fruit if you concentrate upon it, because each store is different, even though it is in the same location, and there are different people to interact with. And then the people who are sticking around on the old Earth, they will maintain their low density. And there will be those who have higher vibrational frequencies who go there to be the example, to help pull them out of their darkness and to shine light upon it. But the reason that we say that you are in the middle ground right now is the other half who have not made a decision yet, who don't know they are going to make a decision, or they're just not sure because they have to decide. Those trains have left the station and they are diverging. And that is a wonderful example provided by your Bashar. Well, not really your Bashar, but by Bashar the Sassani. And you have already noticed that. You have already lost contact with other people you have known for a while. You have already lost interest in things which you used to do on a regular basis with the people who used to also do them with you. And you have picked up new friends who think like you. It may be just one or two, it may be a group, but there are no coincidences. That is because you are establishing connections and building a network all over your planet to share that love, to forge a unified consciousness. And it is not up to you to help convince anyone, but it is up to you to be the loving example to help them make up their mind. There are many people on your planet, if they are shown a loving gesture and they want to know, well, why did you do that? What do you want? And they would not believe that you did it out of the kindness of your heart because that's who you are. And there are also those would say, "Oh, no, thank you. I'll somebody's going to come along and help me fix this flat." Because they don't believe that they're worthy when the person shows up to help them who has that ability. Because they feel guilty or for whatever reason. So you just need to be your shining best self, and you will pull the ones to the new earth who need to be there with you. And if others do not, let them go. Let them go. And for some of you, that will be a very hard decision because you would like to be of service. But this is not being of service to all. This is being of service to you. We cannot stress that enough because by being your authentic self and doing what is best for you, establishing good boundaries, and we don't wish to say writing off people who abuse those boundaries or refuse to pay attention to them or just generally do not believe in them. But we will tell you, you are better off without those people because that will affect your personal vibrational frequency. And you get wrapped up in somebody else's trauma, in their drama, in trying to pull them up when they would rather stay down. One of you is going to be on the new earth, and you may be one of those light bringers on the old earth. Think about that. You do not want this chaos and turmoil, which will become worse because, well, it will become worse, and you do not want to be the society that experiences a lot worse behaviors than what you have already experienced. But one of the reasons it will become worse, and there will be some events, is to help people choose, to help people say, enough is enough. I can no longer support this. I have been misled. I wish to change. And you can see that, and you can feel that. And it is okay to love all and love some from a distance. But do remember, those of you with soft, big, open hearts, everybody gets to choose, honor their choice, because you don't know if a soul put them there as a placeholder to help convince others, to just serve a role because somebody had to do it, so they volunteered. You do not have to accept or approve of any behaviors, but we are asking you to love all of them. All of them. All humans, all animals, all elementals, all beings of all dimensions. This is your call to shine your light, to remove the lampshade of indecision and darkness and put it out there. at all times, if possible. We are not expecting saints or saviors. In truth, those are mere concepts and labels. They help some people and they still divide some others because they see things differently. But be you, the best you can be. Now, the events that are coming, there will be some preparedness which you will be made aware of if you are focused on your intuition and receiving your messages. We are not saying that you will not have a person or two who will tip you off, but you have to use your discernment, because if it is the mind speaking, that is questionable. If it is your heart speaking, that is a definite possibility. And we would recommend you follow it. But your intuition is going to be your guide. And when you get a message, and it may be a difficult choice, don't go to work today. Gather the people you love and gather your resources. Now, that is just an example. We are not saying that it will happen. But if you get that message, listen or don't. It's your choice. We merely give you the option, and we are trying to sway you into the new earth realm which you desire. That is why you are here. And although this is not the light-hearted session that we prefer to have, it is necessary. And you have all made it. You are going to be there. And don't worry about those who do not come with you, because another one of them who is representative of the new earth will be there. So you really won't lose people. You will get a new and improved version of them if they show up at all. And we understand your uncertainty because you are focused on a future which is vaguely unknown to you. Imagine it to the best of your ability to be the best possible outcome. That is an old trick, but it works on your new minds. And that will help establish the frequency resonance that you wish to attract. And when you do that, yes, you lift up others around you so that it will make it easier for them to come along with you. And we believe we have beaten this one to death. So if some of you would like to have questions and bring some life back to this little party, we are available and at your service.
Good morning. I have
And
a question
yes, sir.
about the quickening that many of us are experiencing. Can you tell me more about the tinnitus, the ringing that many light workers are experiencing?
Are you speaking of the ringing in the ears?
To me, it seems more like pineal gland.
Ah, there are many changes, and those are individualized to help you prepare for your roles in the new earth, because there will be new skills coming along. And in your particular case, It is to aid in your mental connections. We have details on that, but we are going to let you unfold that for yourself.
So is
But,
it to connect with higher frequency beings? Is that what you mean by mental connections?
and I believe that we just said that we are going to let you unpack that for yourself,
Okay, great.
but do not put any limits upon it because you are already in connection with high vibrational beings. And we applaud you for not putting any names on them or labels on any specific species. But there is also this for you, there is a multiple capacity for that. And they will all not manifest at the same time. But there are other humans as well who you will have some sort of mental camaraderie with as necessary.
It's
And
sounding
for
a bit
you,
like
the
unity.
as necessary is one of the it's one of the things which motivates you because when you know I need this, then you do activate that pineal gland, which obviously controls many other parts of your body. And it will activate parts of your brain which are coming along and reforming for new processes like that. And other connections will, of course, be coming as well. So we thank you for bringing that up and for coming forth with your question. And we hope that that does at least lead you closer to an answer.
It does. It confirms a few thoughts I might have had. It's very exciting. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. We're glad we could offer you some confirmation.
Greetings to you and
And to
welcome.
you,
I wanted to thank you, first of all, for being such darlings.
we know you mean that in a positive way,
Of course.
but we do not represent any darlings.
Well, it's, about the vibration. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Do you know what you mean? That's the important question.
Yes. And since from your place you can see outside of our linear time.
It's quite the view.
Yes, no? And, you know, we're here, and as you also mentioned, for Dan, we need to allow things to unfold and so
That's
on.
mhm.
Yes,
That's why you came.
correct. However, I could assume, because I have this very, very big project. And you also mentioned, like, we should love everyone, all races, and so on. And I have this very big project involving many, 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 many races. And I assume also this is one of the things that I need to watch unfold, and it has already happened.
Is there a question in that? Are you
Yes.
looking for confirmation?
Yes.
It will continue and it will change
Uh-huh.
because there are certain assumptions there and certain individuals who lead you to create those assumptions because you put faith in what they do and what they say. But we ask you, if you look at all of those faces of all of those individuals who you are referring to, do you think they're all being authentic?
Well, for this specific project that I had in mind, it involves many beings that I don't yet know. So, in that respect, I don't have faces, and I would like to assume that they will be authentic.
Hopefully they have faces.
Yes.
Okay.
But not only because my project involves also beings without a physical body. So,
Well, but it does not really matter what they look like or who they are or what they are,
hmm,
because loving them has no constraints.
hmm,
Separate the behaviors from the being. You
mhm,
can despise what somebody does. You can vehemently be opposed to everything that an individual does and love the person.
yes,
That is the nature of the true heart of being that beats within you. And you are coordinating that as a society so all of your hearts will be synchronized. Now, that is a metaphor. We don't wish for you to run around with stethoscopes checking, but that is an important part of coordinating your mental thoughts and getting them all to a certain range where they can unify, like a mental docking of spaceships or even your watercraft. If they're not aligned, then it does not work. But as long as it is close enough, they can make adjustments on the fly and bring it in. Only you are doing that with a billion or two or three people. So there's a little coordination. And thank you for bringing that up, because that enabled us to get out more information that will be of benefit to others in your group. You are of service. Thank you.
I'm very honored to be of service. And you mentioned people making choices, and I wanted a clarification on that. Will all those choices be conscious, or will it be enough, like for a person to vibrate high and to be loving? Will that count as a choice?
They will be reflective choices on who they wish to be by their actions or inactions. If someone sees somebody and they're being maligned or mistreated or abused, and they know they should say something, and they don't because maybe they think they deserve it. Maybe they fear because they may have repercussions. Which earth do you think they will end up on?
Not a very high vibrational one.
They will end up on both.
Oh,
One of them, who exhibits the fear, will continue to experience the reality that is aligned with that fear, with the unworthiness, with the division, and the dishonor of not respecting and loving all. That is not a judgment, it is more of a fact. But another portion of them will speak up, will say, hey, don't do that. And through that courage, they will grow. And they will understand that they are different than they were before because they thought about hesitating, and it got to the point where they made a decision that enough was enough. And they will go to the new earth, and the other one of them will stay behind and explore fear and try to resolve that on their own through various challenges which they will have contrived and come and attract. And there will be necessary groupings. That's the way your society has been set up since it was conceived, since it was thought into existence. Like all of you here. You've all planned this. None of this is a surprise. The only surprise is that it's a surprise to you. If it is a surprise to you, we do not wish to demean or disparage those of you who understand that you've all had a very happy hand in connecting in this way. And speaking of which, who else wishes to come forward with that happy hand?
Hello, Future Pleiadians.
And welcome, welcome, and welcome back.
Thank you for coming to be with us today.
The door was open. We slipped in.
I am wondering if you or anyone nearby might have a personal message for me today.
You have so many choices, so many things, and indecision grabs you and holds you tight.
Yeah, well, that's the story of my life.
Yes,
Nothing new.
it is a story of should I stay or should I go now? Should I do or should I not do? At least it is not to be or not to be because you get to be, 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 be. The question is, which one of those will you be? That is up to you. And we don't wish to be wishy-washy on that. But we're going back to the multiple versions of you. Do you wish to have someone else who is you grabbing your glory, having your personal contact events, having a new burst of creative energy, picking up paints and doing multiple things and coordinating their family units and their friends in helpful, energetic ways? Or do you wish to wonder? Now, we understand that, yes, in a way, this is the same old story. And we can assure you that there are the versions of you who are taking advantage and grabbing those brass rings. And you can switch to them anytime you would like. That is not just a cliche. It is you saying, if I was that person, what would I be doing right now? How would I feel? But there is some wishy-washiness on your side because you can say how you would feel, but do you feel how you would feel? That is a key ingredient. You do that for the characters in your books. You know how they feel. You know how they react. That is what you put down on paper. You go into them. You live their lives. We are asking you to create your future character. What do they do? What do they feel? And this does not concern anyone else in your life. They are bit parts as much as they are important and loving and worthy of love and connecting with you and giving you value in your roles. But they are not part of this process because this is your time.
Hmm. I don't know. With my characters, they're not me. So I have a clearer picture of them. It seems like because it's a personal thing, because it's me, I do not have that clarity.
Do you have the
Um,
ability to create a new character
Not if it's
named
me.
Angie?
Not, no, no, that's
You
the whole
don't.
point. That's the
Okay.
whole point. I
Well, then
don't
I
right
guess you're
now.
just going to have to wait and see how it unfolds and let somebody else write that story for you.
Hmm.
Or you can write it. A new story called The New Angie. And what
But
does
if I'm
she
just not
do?
getting, I'm just not feeling anything. It's I don't, there's
Exactly.
nothing
You're not
coming for
feeling.
that.
You're not
Yes.
feeling. You can do that for other characters,
Hmm. Right.
but
I can do
but you
that for
can't
them.
do it for your character
Right. Because they're not me. They're not me.
as you wish. Hmm. The
Hmm.
feeling is key.
So what do you do
What
when you don't
let
have a
us
feeling?
let us ask you this. What would be your greatest desire to be a year from now? What would you be doing differently?
I would be on path with purpose.
Would you
That's
be
all. Yeah.
painting and
I don't
sending
know.
another book off to the publisher
I don't
and
know.
planning a vacation?
I have no interests, so that's what makes it difficult for
Ah,
me. I would like in a year from now to have a very clear interest, a very clear passion, something I was very clearly excited about.
would you be sitting in a closet waiting for somebody to come and knock on it and talk to you?
Clearly, no.
Well, we have a starting point. Take it step by step. Work your way out of the house. Work your way into the community. Work your way into the world. And at each step, write how they feel. Play with it and pretend it's not you. Pretend it's a person who is having a fantasy and they imagine all of this stuff that they would like to do. And it's not you. It's not you. Not you at all. And see where that goes. Try a little psychological trick on yourself. This is not you planning. This is another character who is mapping out their future life. Not named Angie, maybe Cinderella or some other name, which is definitely not you.
Do you foresee
Yes.
anytime in the future that it will become more clear to me? I mean, I hear a lot of people in the community talking about being in a space that sounds very similar to mine, where they just are kind of in this neutral, non-excited about anything, not knowing. And some speculate that that's a period of time. It's like being in the soil, the seed, but the time will come. But others are like, no, you have to take action or that time will never come. What is your take on that?
In truth, it doesn't matter what our take is.
Okay, that's fair, but I'm just curious what your take is.
Of course you are, because you are on a trip of avoidance.
A trip of trying to get more clarity.
As you wish. We believe we were clear enough.
Well, what if I just don't resonate at all with your suggestion?
Then
I
you
just,
need to figure out why you do not resonate. It's all
hmm,
you. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Doesn't matter what anyone else does or whatever they think, because it's all you.
are there any other messages coming through for me? And who is that from? Was that from you? Your group that this message was from?
Well, we are here, so we will say that it's from us.
Okay. Okay. I know sometimes you facilitate other
But
people
but it
or
doesn't really
beings.
matter who it might be, because their opinions and our opinions are irrelevant. There are multiple yous, and you can choose to be the one who is inactive and wondering and waiting, or you can choose otherwise. You can always put all of the names, name them all. Extremely successful Angie, borderline depression Angie, and you can invent 10 different names and put them all in a hat and pull one out and say, who am I today? And then act that part. And if you don't like it, then leave that name out. And eventually you'll be left with who you are. And if you choose to be that person, then you will be that person. And if not, then you better not throw those other names away, because you need to put them back in the hat, because obviously you still choose them, even though they're not one of the choices.
Okay. So, no other messages that are unrelated to this topic.
Have you redecorated in a while?
Um, Inside my house, no. Outside, sure.
And we do understand the plants are a joy. We suggest changing something inside, adding more color, possibly for your windows, to give you a new outlook. That sort of transformation will give you energy, and that energy will bring forth new ideas for you.
Okay, thank you. That's interesting.
Not blinds.
Not blinds. Right, right. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
We have
Okay,
no
I
time,
think I'm
but
next.
thank you
Is
for
that
your
right?
time.
Am I next?
Yes, you are next.
Okay. Well, I had a comment earlier, but you answered that question,
Why,
and
thank you.
this had to do with why do you pick one? You could certainly do both. So you answered that. Now, my next question, it's kind of similar, I guess, but I'm wondering how the blinking in and out of so many different realities that we do, how that's going to relate if we, whichever Earth we choose, right? Like, if I say, okay, I want to go to the new Earth and be all lovey-dovey and stuff, then is that going to happen in all my blinks? Or I guess each blink would be individual. I don't know. That's what I'm asking about.
Yes, you still won't notice, because it's still the setup that you have created for the experience. You purposely don't understand how fast you blink on and off. Other races, even physical races who are much more developed in a frequency related way, they understand how they do blink on and off fast, but they still do not notice because they are not equipped to notice. They are equipped to sense a fluid unfolding. Now, for some of those beings who are close to non physical, a thought will manifest. They can travel. They say, okay, well, I'm thinking of this space time coordinate, and there they are. But there is still that lag time for them. They just do not notice because are not equipped to notice. That is what they have chosen. Like you would choose your clothes for a particular event.
Okay, I understand that, and I believe that I understand how quickly we blink in terms of,
You're
I guess you could say,
50-50. You're here as
nanoseconds.
well as off in almost equal amount. It varies somewhat. And that's how you allow your time to go faster in ways.
Yeah, but
Because
I don't think that's what I'm asking. I think what I'm asking is if I choose to go to the new Earth, then all of the me's that I encounter in the blinks go with me, or that would be individual to each focus personality in each blink.
and we don't wish to sound quaint, but that is up to you. Because at a higher level, you will choose how many of you will explore when you get there. Because
Okay.
we can assure you it will be multiples. And for some of you, it will be great numbers of multiples.
Okay.
Because there will be different challenges, but the opportunities for exploring in a new way will be immense. Because think of all of the different variables. If you meet somebody who is new, who resonates with you, you're like, I like this person and they have interests, and I wonder what else is about them. Well, can you imagine with an extraterrestrial trying to get to know them? You really have to stretch your mind. And that creates so many different areas of opportunity for exploration. And you can have a different one of you for each of them, for each of those extraterrestrial friends. You can have one for you when you're a Yael, and you can switch back and forth and not even know it. Because, oh, well, I'm interacting with Sasani. I'm interacting with tall whites. I'm interacting with Andromedans, and they aren't even physical, but they're still good buddies. And you can have some that interact with all of them. It depends on how you wish to explore those relationships. And those are all part of the master plan, which you are aware of. At least you know you have one that you are participating in because you are focused on that higher level. You understand because, as you say, Eve talks to you a lot.
Yeah.
So you cannot avoid that there is a higher plan, and you know that Eve gets her marching orders in way as well. But she gets to decide how she's going to fulfill them. And you will do the same. And it will not be like you have on the old earth because you will have different light bodies. You will not be sullied with as many diseases. You will not have the fear and the worry. Your fits of anger will come and go because you know how to release it, how to honor it. There will still be conflict, but violence from conflict will be rare.
You know, you just said something I never thought about when I think about all the people I am, all the people I bring with me, and all the people in all the blinks. And it has never occurred to me that some of those might be light body focuses.
You are
That,
always more. Every consciousness is always more.
yeah. Okay, well, that gives me something to cogitate upon.
Even
Thank
all
you.
that is more, which is why
Yeah,
it keeps growing. Because by the time it realizes what it is, it's not. It's more.
exactly. Yeah,
Now, if you can figure out how to do that and not be more, then you can form your own all that is. All that is would probably like that, but you'd still be part of all that is.
yeah. That's
Conundrum.
well, yeah, it's a new thing that I've been thinking about. Uh, there being multiple all that is. I still don't have a plural for all that is, but yeah, that I think that came up the last time each spoke, in fact, that there's more than one all that is, and that's
All
very,
that is all that was.
yeah, and all that will be. And so
Yes.
that's something I'm playing with in my mind, trying to wrap my head around that. I don't have any trouble wrapping my head around multiple people, or the blinks or the focused personalities, but I saying there's more than one all that is. And I know we create worlds, but I didn't think that we created universes, but I guess we do. Uh, I don't know. That's one thing I'm still working on.
Yes, you are stretching your mind.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. I'm certainly trying to.
Welcome to the newer you from the
Yeah,
you were a half hour ago.
yeah, exactly. Okay,
And
thank you.
love to you both.
And to all of your yous.
Hi, Future Pleiadians again. I have another question.
Thanks for remembering.
How will we know when we've made the transition to the new Earth? Is it going to be an obvious event? Is it going to be open contact announced, or is it a process?
Do you remember the 1,016 different Earths that you have occupied in the last 2 days?
No, actually, I would have thought it'd be more than that.
Well, we're being conservative, but still, some of them you visited more than once. We count them as one. But you will just be you. But you will be a happier you. And you will be able to connect with future versions of you easier to help you remember what you avoided in ways. Because those other yous will still exist and you will still have access to them, only you will not want to visit them. They will be clothes that you have outgrown. And if you wish to clutter up your thoughts with those, as you would cluttering up your closets with clothes which no longer fit you, you can do that. But it will keep you from growing and expanding in other ways. And you will not wish to do that. That's why there are no butterflies who scream for caterpillar rights, because they are free. They have left that life behind. They are exploring what they wish to do. And you will also. Your focus will be on the future and being of service in a massive wholeness in ways which will flow naturally in synchronicity. You will have the thought, oh, I need to put this case of water in my car. And then you will go and somebody will be broken down and they will have children in there who are thirsty. And you say, oh, well, I came to bring this to you. And you will not need to know why you put the water in the car. You just knew that you need to. It will be that type of service. The non-thinking and more of a heartfelt future reactionary action of synchronicity. For
That
all of your
happens to
lives are
me.
synchronous now. You're just not controlling in the ways which are most desirable for you. And part of that is your plan. Part of that is the challenges you have set up. And part of that is us interrupting so we didn't hear what you had to say.
Sorry. Um, I was just going to say that synchronicity that you're talking about, it's flowing like that for me at the moment.
Wonderful. And you noticing will make it happen even more. But
Fantastic.
but it will be a matter of course. You will notice when you are not being synchronous, and you will be able to investigate that, as
Mhm.
opposed to the other way around of seeing the synchronicities, experiencing them, and say, I am in the flow. I got it going on.
Thank you.
And you, synchronous one. Are we being dismissed? Are you waiting for recess?
Yes.
I don't have anything else.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah.
In ways, you have lots else. But yes, we understand what you mean. And if no one else wishes to come forth, we are happy that another one of you did. And maybe one day you will be that person because you get to choose. And whatever earth that you choose will be happy to have you. That is their fulfillment. The earth takes care of her own as best she can. She welcomes you with open arms of rivers and trees and mountains and sky, which is all you. That is not a surprise, but a beckoning forth to integrate that into your identity. So you, when you are asked, where are you from? You say, Earth, without thinking, because that is a knowing. And with that planetary encompassing thought, we leave you to your recess without a bell,
Thank you.
and we shall return when we have other messages. And we have enjoyed coming to you in this way. And don't let it scare you that we're always watching and never judging and always loving. And there's nothing you can do about it except be you. And we recede.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Class dismissed.
Mm.
They were feeling very playful tonight.
Yes, they were not being cheeky.
Did you stop the recording yet?
No, why? Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody's been throwing paper wads or spit wads during class, and now she's going to narc them out.